exactly?
I don't know. I think the bus cut you off and then the fucking bus left.
We can see here that he has multifragmentary fractures.
We just dropped Moxie off. She's staying for the night and they're going to start doing some of the preliminary work on her. And our Dr. Diego did give a little bit of a negative vibe in terms of it could be both of her back legs, which are the problem.
So he sent me over to this hospital and they take you in through the emergency room and ultimately like prepare me to go in and be surgeried.
Today we're going in for Moxie's first surgery. I'm anxious about the whole thing, obviously, and I know that they're going to do a great job. And they did a great job with her spinal surgery, so I've got a lot of confidence in them. Moxie's dead. The vet called when we were on our way.
I mean, it happened. It's happened. I mean, I've been told that, but
we're 10 minutes out or whatever, and he's hopefully still going to be there and talk about what the hell happened, and so that maybe we get to see her one last time. Saddle up.
Beyond the stars, out where the sun sets, we'll find the light, and we'll keep it our secret. Oh, anywhere you wanna go.
Hi guys, and welcome to Go Roughly Around the World. We've been riding around the world with our German Shepherd Moxie on the back of my motorcycle in her K9 Moto cockpit to raise $100,000 for the nonprofit Girl Up.
so we were doing that until last episode, really, when I got clobbered by a chicken bus, and Moxie now has gone into surgery. She went into surgery because she injured her knee and ultimately both knees in running through the sand in Baja California. Turns out that she damaged some ligaments and it required surgery. And she passes away. She passes away due to complications from a routine knee surgery. She's been riding around the world 40,000 plus kilometers through all kinds of terrain, and it's a routine knee surgery that that gets her. So this was a really, really difficult episode. It was difficult to film in the moment, to be present and to be living this and to sort of keep cameras on ourselves as best as we could. And it was maybe doubly hard to then go back and be editing this episode.
Yeah, and see the footage of little Moxie and all of that. So it's been tough.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I broke down a couple of times.
And it's particularly difficult. Right now we're about to start a Go Roughly pilgrimage. We're launching it on Saturday. And this is all about celebrating Moxie, and we're going out to see different dog activities to celebrate the bond that people have with their dogs, because Moxie and I shared such a special thing, and so we wanted to celebrate her by seeing other people doing things with their dogs.
So in this episode, the last of season 2, and sort of the end of an era for us and for Go Roughly Around the World. Not the end, as you will find at the end, so stick around, but the end of an era.
Yeah. You're definitely gonna have a scar now. You love scars. Wow.
Qué cosa.
Wow.
So the bad news is that when he went in there, one of the 2 bones was just smashed up, and he apparently kind of looked at it like, oh fuck. But he was able to sort of, like a jigsaw puzzle, piece everything back together. And I have 3 pins that are stabilizing those 2 broken bones on this side of the hand, right?
Oh, those are the pins there. Oh, wow. Son grandes, ¿no? Sí.
Y entonces en unas semanas usted simplemente las quita así.
Ajá, no tienes que estar hospitalizado ni nada.
And so everything's covered, but they're sticking out and they stay in place for now. Then I had some muscle exposed just below the wrist, and so the muscle was essentially causing the bone to separate, and he had to clean some pieces out there. And so a bit of donor bone, as it was told to me, from the United States, so a country man or woman, was put in there, and then he basically pulled the bone back together around that, and so that'll stimulate regrowth there. And so that's got 2 pins.
Es muy difícil decir va a ser a llegar a la normalidad, porque hay un proceso dinámico de cicatrización, pero como dejé la mano, si haces caso, esa mano va a ser al 100%.
Anyway, this is my relieved face because at the end of the day, if you have a collision with a chicken bus, this is really a great outcome.
Me imagino que tuve mucha suerte en no lastimar a los nudillos, ¿verdad? Porque había
No
sido...
tuviste suerte. Con esa lesión que tuviste, fue tan seria que...
Today we're going in for Moxie's first surgery. She tore both CCLs and they are going to repair it with a TPLO surgery. I'm anxious about the whole thing, obviously.
In a normal patient that has her cruciate ligament healthy, I can do this forward advancement. But in a patient that has this pathology, like Moxie, I can advance the tibia forward. So what we have to do here is a surgery to modify her knee anatomy and try to stabilize the instability that she has because of this ligament rupture. She will be here in the hospital for maybe 7-10 days, and she will continue the rest at home for 4 to 6 weeks with some therapies in between.
I know that they're going to do a great job. And they did a great job with her spinal surgery, so I've got a lot of confidence in them. She's going in for surgery this afternoon, and I just feel really bad for her. And I feel bad for me too that I don't get to have her for the next like 2 weeks, but you know, I hope it all goes well.
Oh, Moxie. Moxie, go. Yeah, Jess, you help. You help.
Good girl.
She's taken quite a beating. Let's start maybe with the aesthetics and then go to the nuts and bolts. We clearly have some plastics. I mean, this is what it is. This is all shamushed. Blew apart the brake fluid reservoir, so that's been destroyed. Cases have taken a huge beating. So this is like not just dented, but gnarled. It actually seems to be fairly stable on here.
En la parte de atrás, las maletas, el pequeño chasis de las maletas ayudó como defensa a tu moto en la parte de atrás. Igual se hizo una revisión y la parte de atrás no tiene absolutamente nada.
The radiator is destroyed. That's done for.
El radiador perdió bruscamente al agua, o sea, con mucha fuerza. Es casi que probable que pudiéramos haber tenido un problema internamente en el motor, pero no lo tuvimos. O sea, el motor está trabajando perfectamente bien.
We basically destroyed this really heavy-duty alt-rider crash bar. So what we can see is it's bent here and it's smashed into the plastic.
También le debemos mucho a esta defensa, que hizo gran parte para que la moto no recibiera impactos en lo que es el sistema de motor, y el sistema de motor no se vio afectado bajo ninguna circunstancia.
This is a bad sign. I mean, hopefully it would just be that the center stand is offline.
Esta pata simplemente se hundió hacia la izquierda y empezó a topar la cadena, pero no hubo nada más, simplemente es la pata que se dobló.
Now we've got this. So this just tore the fuck apart.
El aro, ¿verdad? O sea, este está deshecho por completo. Entonces, solo viendo el aro, necesitábamos desmontar toda la parte de enfrente para poder dar un diagnóstico completo de lo que fue el impacto.
We've also got an impact point here that clearly has jostled this whole thing.
Por el gran golpe que tuvieron, entonces estas partes se ven afectadas. Obviamente son partes que vamos a tener que reemplazar. No es el chasis, ajá, es las cuñas de dirección. Ajá. Lo que sí se ve afectado fue la TDBAT. Eso es lo que ocurrió cuando el impacto vino. Es muy probable que esta pieza se haya ladeado un poco. Entonces no vamos a arriesgarnos a decirte que está bueno, porque sí tiene una diferencia.
So all in all, I mean, salvageable, unclear. Is it like financially smart to try to put her back together? Probably not.
We've been getting daily, twice a day messages from our vet where Moxie is in the city, telling us how she is, if she's been eating, peeing and pooping, how her leg is, all of that. The past 2 messages were saying that she did have a bit of swelling around her incision site, which is normal, so they gave her an anti-inflammatory. Unfortunately, because she hasn't been eating so much, because she's sort of alone in her kennel there, she doesn't have much of an appetite, so she hasn't been eating much, and the anti-inflammatory was really harsh on her stomach. Now our vet, Diego, he called us this morning and told us that she was vomiting twice, she's been pooping blood, and not doing so great. So he said it's nothing to be as scared of or frightened of. He is giving her an IV, giving her other medication to calm her stomach down. But he did suggest that we come and see her. So now we are going to go back to the city and do the 3.5-hour ride in a Colectivo bus to go and see Moxie tomorrow morning. Moxie's dead. The vet called when we were on our way. He called us this morning, told us about the fact that she was vomiting and that she had blood in her in her poop, and that like she hadn't been eating. So he thought that it was just the anti-inflammatory they gave that upset her stomach and caused a problem. He said, "Don't be frightened, don't be scared. It'll be okay." He's giving her IV, whatever, giving her fluids. And then he said, but it would be good if you came and saw her so you can stimulate her appetite. So we called our driver and told him so when we could come, and they had one ready for 3:45 because there'd been protests, and so the roads were blocked, but they'd be open by then. So we jumped on that one, and at like it was probably 5-ish where he called and said we were on our way, and said that it's taking a turn for the worse and she's vomiting blood now, and she's got low blood pressure, and he said that we should come now. We're still an hour and a half out. And so then at like 6:45 he called, said that she died. So now we're on our way to the vet to see her. We're 10 minutes out or whatever, and he's hopefully still going to be there to talk about what the hell happened, and so maybe we get to see her one last time.
I want to know, of course, everything that happened, but I also don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter anything to me because it doesn't change anything about what's happening right now. I mean, it happened. It's happened. I mean, I've been told that, but it hasn't happened yet.
This morning we're going to go and pick up Moxie's ashes from the vet. When we were there last, they asked us what we wanted to do, and we said we wanted to have her cremated. And they're going to put her in like this natural wooden box. And then our plan, I guess, is to take her back to Pana. And at some point we're going to spread her ashes in Lake Atitlán, because that's where she was born, that's where she loved to swim. It's only fitting, so we'll bring home her ashes.
Last couple of days have been really hard. I've been in a lot of pain here, definitely here, but I think like this is kind of manifesting all the strain and stress and just like the awfulness of what this is that we're going through. I want to feel bad about Moxie, and this feels like it's getting in the way. It also kind of feels terrible because like GoRUFFLY's doing really good and people are buying cockpits and excited, and we're feeling really bad, and we also know that we have to be responsive to our customers.
But yeah, now we got this thing, and we're gonna spread her ashes in a place that we know that she loved. We are going to celebrate your 42nd birthday, And for your 42nd birthday, we're not making you do too much, but we will cheers and let you enjoy your queso pie de mora.
42nd, that hurt more than my hand when you said that.
Cheers.
About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, when we had the previous appointment, as he was manipulating, I was feeling like there's something pressing. I'm like, I think there's a pin that's starting to press on the skin now, and as the swelling's going down, it's like getting closer and closer to the skin. Well, we opened it up, and sure enough, there's like a top of a pinhead type of thing, like pressing at the skin. And so he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna push it through. Do you want local anesthesia? I was like, yeah, I think I'd like that.
Thought you were gonna look at it.
Wow.
Uno?
No sale ni un huesito, ni carne, ni nada.
Is the little one?
Just la piel.
Or that top one that I was saying was gonna hurt. Ah,
Okay. Wow.
that one was much easier. Whew. Good job, Greg.
Comenzamos con una limpieza del kit de arrastre, que fue una limpieza profunda para eliminar todo el mugre que a través del camino ha llevado. Entonces, a través de las caídas que tú has llevado con el tiempo, aceite se ha infiltrado en el sistema de inyección. Entonces fue necesario una limpieza porque el sistema de inyección sí tenía un problema con aceite. Ajá.
All right, turn and burn.
Something made me think of you today. Turned a light on, stopped me in my place. Without knowing it, a smile was on my face. Out of the blue, I thought of you. Times like these, I got a grateful heart. All the air I need, a sky full of stars. A place to rest my head, it ain't too far. And you, my friend, tell me where you've been. 'Cause if you need to talk or not speak at all, if you had the best of days or one of those that just went wrong, whatever it might be, oh, you can always call on me. I swear sometimes the way that I feel, my mind's racing like a spinning wheel. Oh, but when I speak to you, it all stands still. For me, it's true. How about you? 'Cause if you need to talk, speak it all. If you had the best of days, or one of those that just went wrong, or whatever it might be.
Oh, Moxie, go get it.
Oh, you can always call on me. Something made me think of you today. Exactly what it was, I can't say. The rarest gifts are hardest to replace. For me it's true, for me it's you.
Hi, guys.
I really can't complain. I mean, I will, but you don't need to hear me do it.
The crucial ligaments, something.
And she is looking worse for the wear. Next, let's talk about whatever the fuck is going on here. So now I've got yet another pin sticking out, middle of the hand. I did not be part of this anymore, but suck it up, pussy. There you go. Keep turning. What are we struggling with? This is what we like to call cross-pod and snout rested.
So you want a treat? You want a treat? Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.